Hello, my name is Sally Pinto, and I'm the Program Director for the Yonkers NORC, Neighborhood Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. We serve seniors 60 plus in Northeast Yonkers. We are under the auspices of WJCS and the Yonkers Office for the Aging. We also have a resource specialist and a nurse on staff. We conduct virtual programming in partnership with the Yonkers Public Library on a daily basis. Enjoy the program.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I heard Mary talking about making the effort to take good care of ourselves. Self-care is, it takes effort. Just thinking about it as effort. And then I'm thinking, what would be the opposite to self-care? Maybe self-destruction? I don't know. So if I can think about it for myself. So here I have a choice. I can do something I can take care of myself, or I can kind of do something that's destructive to myself. That's a choice I'm making. And it's easier to make the right choice together with others. Books. Isn't it cool that we can sit here and learn from someone who is no longer on this earth? So this is Thich Nhat Hanh. Is a Vietnamese monk who passed not long ago. And yet, even if he's no longer on the earth, we can read from this little book I have and learn from him. I love that idea. Okay, seeds of violence. Violence is never far. It is possible to identify the seeds of violence in our everyday thoughts, speech, and actions. We can find these seeds in our minds, in our attitudes, and in our fears and anxieties about ourselves and others. Thinking itself can be violent, and violent thoughts can lead us to speak and act violently. In this way, the violence in our minds manifests in the world. The daily wars that occur within our thoughts and within our families have everything to do with the wars fought between peoples and nations throughout the world. The conviction that we know the truth and that those who do not share our beliefs are wrong has caused a lot of harm. When we believe something to be the absolute truth, we have become caught in our own views. If we believe, for instance, that Buddhism is the only way to happiness, we may be practicing a kind of violence by discriminating against and excluding those who follow other spiritual paths. Okay, so with those words of wisdom from the Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh, we're going to continue our morning practice together with the physical practice, and then we'll do the meditation. So finding your seat and give yourself a pat on the back for coming to practice. We have so many choices, and you chose to be here. Sitting up tall, pit of the belly goes in and up. The shoulders are widening, the neck is long. One part of you is connecting to the earth, and another part of you is reaching up towards the universe. If you want to, you can bring your awareness to your feet. Maybe lift the heels and the toes. Reminding yourself of the connection to earth. It's always there. Sometimes we just forget. And then if you want to, you can shift your awareness to your sitting bones. Maybe gently transfer the weight from one sitting bone to the other, just to notice the two sitting bones and notice how they are stable, connecting to the chair. And then if you want to, you can transfer your weight or your awareness rather up to the crown of the head. Maybe place your hands or your fingers on the top of the crown of your head and notice that part. And maybe imagine how that is reaching and connecting to the universe and the wisdom from outside. And then from the crown of the head, maybe drop down a couple of inches down to the midbrain. If you want to, you can imagine a light, a white light or a light in your midbrain. Just imagine a light in your midbrain. And then if you want to, you can place your hands on your knees and then gently start to wake up the spine with this cat-cow movement. Maybe add the breathing. Exhale and round. Inhale into a back bend. Exhale and round. Inhale into back bend. Follow your own breathing and your own rhythm. And then coming back to neutral, and then start the blinking, bubbling stars, open and close the fingers. Notice all the small muscles that we have in our fingers and wrists and forearms. Blinking, bubbling star. What kind of a blinking, bubbling star are you? And then bring all the hands all the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows. Breathe. Maybe lean to one side and then the other. Notice how you open up the body. And then come back to stillness. Turn to one side. Release the arms up wide. Fingertips are reaching away from each other. Stay there. And then release, shake it out. Blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over. Straighten the elbows. Notice the feet, sitting bones, and palms facing up towards the sky. Maybe bend to the side, open up the side body. And coming back to neutral, turn to the other side, release the hands, fingertips are reaching away from each other. Inhale, exhale. And then release, shake it out. Now, look at your thumb. Pick a color. It doesn't have to be a color you like. It could be any color, just to explore it. And then imagine drawing big circles. 3, 2, 1. And then back. And then pick the other, or look at the other thumb. Pick the same or a different color. And then explore that one. 3, 2, 1. All right, this time bring your hands up in a cactus if that's helpful to you. And then gently start the twisting from side to side. Maybe reach forward like you were like you were swimming. Notice the water. What temperature is it? Is it salt? Is it fresh? Maybe it's chlorine. And then release. Maybe roll the shoulders a little bit. Bring the arms back into cactus. And then we're going to lift the knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Lifting the knee to elbow. And then maybe cross the midline. The knee to elbow crossing the midline. And then release. Do some blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over. Big inhale. Exhale, release the hands out wide into airplane mode. So use your arms like an airplane. Where would you fly? Maybe go flying a little bit. Where would you fly? If you could go anywhere, where would you go? And then inhale and turn the palms up. Exhale, turn them forward and down. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. And this time bring the arms behind you. Hold on to opposite forearms and stay there. Breathing into any tightness in your shoulders or any other part of your body. And then release one arm, shake it out, bring it up, bend it, and scratch yourself in between the shoulder blades. Release the other arm, shake it out, and bring that one in between the shoulder blades too. Release the first one back down, place it behind your back. And then release the second arm. Hold on to opposite elbows the way that feels funny. And then release both arms. Okay, now bring your awareness back to your sitting bones and transfer the weight from sitting bone to sitting bone. And then if you want to, you can start making circles. Maybe widening your stance with your feet. And then you can go one way, you can go the other way. You can go back and forth from side to side. How would you like to move today? What does skillful action look like today? And then come back to neutral, place the big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, Tadasana feet. And then lifting one knee off the floor, creating some circles, opening up that hip joint. And then step it out wide. Elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. Big inhale, exhale. You can stay here, or if you want, you can place the fingertips on the floor, maybe walk forward, maybe walk behind you, maybe lift one hand, lift the other, explore and be curious. What can I do today? What is helpful today? What kind of movement would I like to explore today? And then inhale and come back up. Right foot on left knee. Maybe use your fingers and place them in between your toes to open up the toes. The elbow can gently guide that knee out for a seated pigeon. And then if you want to slide the knees together, inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn away from that knee and then stay in this twist. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. And then release, come back to Tadasana feet. Lift the other knee up, create circles, big circles, opening up that hip joint. Step it out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. And then maybe release one hand down, one arm up, the other hand down, the other hand up, or then maybe walk to one side and the other. Just come up with ways to move your body that is helpful to you. And then inhale and come back up. Left foot on right knee, using your fingers to open up the toes. Gently guide that knee out for a seated pigeon. And then slide the knees together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn away from that knee and stay there for a few moments. And then release back to neutral. Okay, now we're gonna work with the legs. So I'm gonna bring the heels a little bit closer. I'm gonna transfer the weight forward and up just to make sure that it works. And then if you want to, you can pick a number. Maybe pick 5. And maybe you decide to go up and down 5 times and then take a rest. So pick any number and then go up and down, up and down, up and down. And then whatever number you picked after you're done, take a break, check in with your body. How does it feel? And then decide, what do I want to do now? Maybe I want to rest. Maybe you want more. Maybe you want to stay floating just above the seat. Or maybe you want to add more and go jumping. Maybe you want to lift one knee, lift the other. Or maybe you want to try to come up standing on one leg and then the other. So find something that works for you. That's going to build some muscles and strength in your legs. And then coming back to seated. And then transfer the weight forward and up, forward and up. Okay, let's do some blinking, bubbling stars again. Bring the arms all the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over. Big inhale, exhale to one side, inhale up, exhale to the other side, inhale up, exhale to the other side. And then back to neutral, turn to one side, release the arms out wide, hold it, hold it, hold it. And release. Blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over. Turn to the other side, release the hands out wide. Hold it, hold it. And release. Okay, look at your thumb, pick a color. 3, 2, 1. And then look at the other thumb, pick a color. 3, 2, 1. Now, let the arms go. Let the arms be heavy and just move and swing the way they like. Maybe bend the knees. Arms are heavy, legs are strong. And just move around. Maybe you want to turn around. Maybe you want the arms to go up and down this way. Maybe you want to make big circles with your arms. And then eventually coming into cactus, some twisting, some swimming. Swim backwards. And then eventually lifting knee to elbow. Crossing the midline. And you can walk around if you want to. You don't have to stay in one place. And then place your hands on your hips and kick some butt. Kick yourself in the butt. Sometimes all we need is a kick in the butt. Waking up the hamstring. And then lifting one foot, lifting the other. Lifting, engaging the outer hip. If you want to, you can balance on one side. And then balance on the other side. And then we're going to spread the fingers as much as you can. Imagine something heavy. Imagine something heavy that you no longer need. And then push it away, push it away, push it away. And keep it there. Keep it away. Maybe you have to add some kicking. So it's like a standing plank posture. Maybe you have to kick something behind you too. And then release. Okay, now let's try the sun salutations. And you can use the chair or you can do it without the chair. Today I'm going to use the chair. So I like to start with my feet hip distance apart. That gives me more balance. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 2. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And just stay there, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. And release. Okay, now big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Let's do a step back. Inhale to chair posture, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, finding the earth behind you. And warrior 1, everything is facing forward. Now, add some blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over. Straighten those elbows. Release the fingertips out wide into airplane. And then bring your hands to the chair, transfer the weight, lift that back foot off the floor. Maybe lift the opposite hand off the floor. If you want to, you can bring it out to the side. Maybe lift the other hand off the chair. Maybe bring that one out to the side for warrior 3. Hands back on the chair, feet back together, bend the knees and come back up to standing. Okay, let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, find the earth behind you. Warrior 1. Add some blinking, bubbling stars. Clasp the hands, turn them over. Release the arms out. And this time, place your hands in your back pockets. Elbows come together, heart opens up. Now, place the hands on the chair, transfer the weight forward, lift that back foot off the floor. Maybe lift the opposite hand off the chair. Maybe bring it out to the side. Maybe lift the other hand off the chair. Maybe bring that one out to the side. Warrior 3. I can always try it, and if I don't like it, I can place one hand back on the chair again. Hands on the chair, feet together, bend the knees, and come back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves, and bring the arms out into warrior 2. One hand is reaching to the past, and the other one is reaching to the future. And you are right here in the present moment. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. From here, bring the elbow to knee, and one hand is reaching up and over, and the back foot is grounded into the earth. One part of you is grounded into the earth, and the other is reaching for the universe. Come back up to warrior two. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee. Let the front hand slide down your leg or hold on to the chair. And maybe let that top arm go up. Trikonasana. Bend the front knee, find warrior two one more time. Now, place the hand on the chair, drag that back foot, drag the back foot with you, and then lift it up, dip it in the water, lift it up, dip it in the water, lift it up. And then place your feet together, bend the knees, and come back up to standing. Let's try the other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes off the floor. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic halves. Arms go out, one in the past, one in the future. You are right here in the present moment. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. What did you learn from the past? What did you learn yesterday? And with that wisdom, bring that into a plan for the future. Elbow to knee, hand is reaching up and forward. What can I bring with me that's useful into the future? Coming back to warrior two and the present moment. I am right here. I am right here. Hands on your hips, straighten that front knee, let the hands slide down or hold on to the chair. Maybe let the top arm go up for Trikonasana. What kind of star are you? What kind of star are you? Bend the front knee, come back to warrior two one more time. And then place the hands on the chair, drag that back foot up, and then lift it, dip the toe in the water, lift it. And then bring your feet back together, bend the knees, and come back up to standing. Okay, let's practice tree posture. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Maybe place the hands in Anjali Mudra, just feeling how the two parts of you are pressing together. The two parts of you are pressing together. Gently transfer the weight to one side, to the left side, for instance, and then bring the right foot up, or the right heel up. This might be it. This is a balancing posture. This is stressful for the body. If you want to, you can bring your awareness back to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. Maybe lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. That turns on the parasympathetic nervous system. To me, it's amazing. Maybe you want to try to lift that foot up or the knee up a little bit. Maybe you want to come into a traditional tree posture. Or maybe you want to invent your own balancing posture, a posture that no one has ever done before. And then eventually finding your way back, both feet on the ground, back to Tadasana, mountain posture. If you want, you can place your hands together. Note how the two forces are coming together. The two forces are coming together, creating balance and peace. Transfer the weight to the other side, to the right side. Left heel comes off the floor. One side of you is stable and heavy, and the other one is light and playful. You can stay here. If you want to, you can lift that knee up. Maybe bring it out to the side. Maybe you want to bring your arms out in airplane. Maybe you're going to place your foot on the chair and do something else. Maybe you want to do warrior 3. Maybe you don't like trees. And then eventually finding your way back to Tadasana, mountain posture. Okay, let's come back to the chair. So place your hands on the chair. Step back a little bit. Spread the toes as much as you can. And then release the knees down. Release the knees down. Stay there for a moment and let those toes open up. Now look at your thumb. Pick a color. 1, 2, 3. And this time, look at your heel and maybe the thumb is touching, or the fingers are touching that heel and the hips are moving towards the chair. That's a possibility. And then come back up. Look at your other thumb, pick a color. 3, 2, 1. And this time look at the heel, maybe let the fingertips touch the heel, hips are moving towards the chair. And release back to the chair. This time look at both thumbs, draw a big circle, and then place your hands in your back pockets, elbows come together. Allow your heart to open up. Listen to your heart. What is your heart's deepest longing? Release the hands back to the chair, untuck the toes, bring the knees a little bit wider, big toes to touch, and then let the hips release towards your heels, finding child's posture. And come back up. Now, place the forearms on the chair. Create a triangle, a strong triangle. Tuck the toes. Engage the core. Lean heavily onto your arms. Neck is long, shoulders are wide. Engage the core, lift the knees off. You can stay here and build some strength. And then come all the way up. Walk your feet towards the chair. Stay here for a moment. And then bend the knees, and slowly come back up to standing. Okay, now let's move on to the seated meditation. So we have tried a few different things, and right now what I'm exploring is starting with the Satanama, and then do the breathing when we focus, or the meditation when we focus on the breathing. To me, the Satanama is more helpful when my mind is very busy, because it gives me something more tangible to focus on. So that's why I'm doing it in that order. So first we do a physical practice when we move the body, and then the Satanama, and then using the breath. That's the idea. So we explore that for a few weeks, and then we try something else. So using the fingers, thumbs and index, sa, ta, na, ma. And what I heard from my teacher is that sa is birth, ta is life, na is death, and ma is rebirth. So it's my take away is that everything is a circle. Everything is a circle. It never ends. It's just a circle. So if you want to, you can start with speaking out loud, sa, ta, na, ma, sa, ta, na, ma. You can do it loud, you can do it very softly, and then you can do it in your mind. So let's try that for maybe 6-7 minutes. And then after about 6-7 minutes, I'm going to play this one. And then you know that the meditation is over. Okay, so here we go. Take your seat, sit up tall, check in with the earth, sitting bones, crown of the head. Hands on your knees to start with. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale, notice the exhale. And then bring your palms up towards the sky. And then we can start. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Okay. Now this time we're going to practice a seated meditation when we focus on the breath. And what happens, this is also like a circle. So often what happens is that I bring my awareness to my breathing. I notice the inhale, I notice the exhale, and then after a while, my mind starts to wander. That's what the mind does. That's like the mind's job. And then we start thinking. And what we want to work on is becoming aware of our thoughts. If we think about what Thich Nhat Hanh said, like, my thoughts can manifest in actions. If I have violent thoughts, my actions might become violent. If I have peaceful thoughts, my actions might become peaceful. And the start is to become aware of the thoughts without judgment. Just notice, interesting thoughts. And then later on, maybe, is this going to be helpful or not? It starts with observation without judgment. So I'm bringing my focus to my breathing. I notice the thoughts, or I start thinking, and then I notice that I'm thinking. And then I bring my awareness, and then I say, okay, let go. It's just a story that I'm creating. I let go of that story or that thinking, and then I bring my awareness back to the breathing. And then I start again. Okay, so let's try that for like 4 minutes. So sit up tall, check in with the earth, check in with the universe, hands on your knees, maybe roll the shoulders, and then come to stillness. Bring your awareness to your breathing. And then I'm going to be quiet from here, and you meditate on your own for about 4 minutes. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take a deep breath in and let it go. If you want to, you can place your hands in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Maybe gently bow the head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank you, inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Gently open your eyes, look at the floor in front of you. Raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.
Hi, everyone. This is Z from Yonkers Public Library. Thanks so much to Sally Pinto and Alexis from Newark. Thank you to our community partners, WJCS, the City of Yonkers Office for the Aging, Friends of Crestwood Library, and Yonkers Public Library for making this phenomenal partnership. And we thank each and every one of you for being part of our wellness community. Be well, stay well.